Good evening, Liebchens. And I thought I'd talk today about life post-op. After you've completed your transsexual, become a transsexual transition, become the person that you should have been since birth, okay? Now, most of us come up through life and we have an overwhelming sense that something's wrong and that we're going to fix something's wrong. And we have the courage in our hearts to handle those wrong things and make them right. But look at your day-to-day life after the process is done. I adhere to the wisdom of Andrea James, which says transition isn't ever really done. You simply move from the things which happen outside your skin to the things which happen inside your skin. And that's a change of attitudes, right? And when you arrive at that stage, you look around you and it's like, I've become myself. I have to look every day at what it's necessary to pass as myself. And it becomes not an issue of I'm going to pass as a man, I'm going to pass as a woman, or vice versa, or whatever your circumstances might be. And you start to ask yourself the question, am I going to pass as myself? Okay, and you ask yourself, am I going to pass as myself? And when you can pass as yourself, that's when you have taken a big step forward in your transition and become who you are, okay? And you look around at your daily life, at everyday life, and you think, okay, what do I have to do to live my life? To put food on my table, pay my bills, be with my significant other. And that's where it gets thorny, because you see, transsexual transition really only comes into play when you're dealing with that significant other, dating, the specific areas of everyone's life with gender relations in them, okay? And not every aspect of everyone's life involves the relationship between the sexes. In fact, very few aspects of a person's daily life, day-to-day life, involve one gender dealing with the other in any kind of a detailed way. Sure, people are going to make sexist comments. I run into them all every day. And you develop a thick skin. You know, what's going to bother me? If you make a fight out of every little thing, then you're making a fight out of every little thing. That's tiresome. That's a waste of effort. Okay, well, I shouldn't say it a waste, but you have to pick your fights. And that's maturity. You have to develop a sense of maturity that goes with this thing we do. So when you start to pass as yourself, you become the person you want to be. You're done. You're there. And the external things, they stop mattering. You know, you look at male and female restrooms and you think, okay, I have to go to the bathroom really bad and I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to go in there. And you don't give a crap about what it says on the door. You know, you just have to go. Okay? That's an example of the day-to-day practicalities that we all run into. Okay? Some of us have jobs that require skills we acquired in life before we made the change. I have a friend who is a physics professor at the University of Idaho. This person uses their education more every day, and they acquired that education before they made the life change, okay? And it's inescapable. If this person wants to stay as a tenured professor at the University of Idaho, they have to use this education that they got, and it doesn't matter what gender they are or anything else. It's that education that matters. And 9 out of 10 situations in our daily life, that's what matters. The things that we know, the abilities we have. You know, things like degrees from university, technical certifications. If you can weld, it doesn't matter whether you sit down or stand up to go to the bathroom, okay? Law enforcement experience, military experience, school government experience, things like that. They matter more in your daily life than the gender that you present to the world. In fact, a lot of people, especially in this day and age of political correctness and gender equality, will go out of their way not to have gender matter. So what it all boils down to, folks, is this, okay? You must look at your daily life and what that daily life involves. And your gender, your transsexual transition doesn't matter as much in your daily life as a lot of things do. In fact, it doesn't have the impact upon your daily life that you think it does. And that is the truth of transition. I know from personal experience that it can get in front of every decision you make, and it can affect everything you do. But at the end of the day, and in your daily life, it doesn't really matter.